Got it? Screen share. Window. Hare Krishna. Window. विंडो विंडो है पर विंडो के बाद विंडो में सिर्फ चैप्टर 8 वाला टैब सेलेक्ट करना है। लाइव सेशन गूगल बता रहा है। फिर नीचे एक शेयर है, विंडो फिर शेयर। स्क्रीन शेयर करने के बाद विंडो में जाने के बाद लाइव सेशन 8 जो एक्स माइंड वाला टैब खुला रहेगा वो सिलेक्ट करके शेयर कर देना। एंटायर स्क्रीन लाइव सेशन 8। लाइव सेशन 8 कहां पे? नीचे एक शेयर है, शेयर और कैंसिल, शेयर और कैंसिल। वो एक्स माइंड वाला एक कोने एंटायर स्क्रीन आ रहा है, विंडो आ रहा है, क्रोम आ रहा है, शेयर। हाँ अभी आ गया लगता है। यू आर शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन। हरे कृष्णा। अभी आई एम शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन बट मेरे को मेरा ये नहीं दिखाई दे रहा। लाइक अच्छा अर्जुन वाचा में चलेगा। ओके फाइन। ओके हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी फॉर कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस वेलकम you to the 8th day of the 18-day session of Bhagavad Gita. So welcome and very happy to be with all of you, and let us start with the chapter 8 of Bhagavad Gita, which is entitled Attaining the Supreme. At the time of death, all is well if end is well. So, for better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, the session will be taken in the following manner. So, we saw the introduction, now we are on the preview. For better to understand the subject matter, we will have the session in 6 sessions, and in phase 1, we will see Lord Krishna answers Arjuna's question, that is Slok 1 to 4, and there are 8 questions because this is 8th chapter, and the most important question is at the end of life, how can we remember Krishna? So all is well when end is well. So phase 2, remembering Krishna at the time of death, that is in Slok 5, 6, 7 and 8, and phase 3, remembering Krishna by other Yog, Mishra Bhakti, that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and phase 4, remembering Krishna by Shuddha Bhakti, Pure Bhakti, 14, 15, 16. And in phase 5, we talk about material world versus spiritual world, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 in 6 slokas. And in phase 6, we see the supremacy of pure bhakti in attaining Krishna in slok 23, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and conclusion and question answers. Wow. So let's proceed with chapter 8, phase 1. Lord Krishna answers Arjuna's question. Arjuna's question is about Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyagya, and Prayankale. So Krishna answers all of them and elaborate in the rest of the topics. So Arjuna Vacha, Kim Tad Brahma, Kim Adhyatma, Kim Karma Purushottama, Adibhutam Cha Kim Proktam, Adidevam Kim Uchate. In the end of the 7th chapter, these words were used: Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhutam, so Adidevam. So Krishna is saying, what is this Brahma? What is this self? What is this karma? What is this material manifestation? What are these demigods? Please explain this to me. O Lord of sacrifice, how does what is the Lord of sacrifice, and how does he live in the body? So these are the questions asked by Arjuna. How can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of the death? Adi yagya katam kotra dehe asmin madhusudana Prayan kale cha katam geyo asi niyat atma bhi. So 7 chapters ends with 8 new words, and 8th chapter begins with understanding the 8 new words, and that is 8 questions, because it's the 8th chapter. Wonderful chapter, beautiful chapter. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. As I've been always saying, Shri means beautiful, Bhagavan means the most important person. When important persons speak, we pay attention, and this Krishna is the most important person, so we should pay the utmost attention to what Krishna has to say. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhava Adhyatma Uchyate Bhuta Bhavad Bhavad Ubhava Karo Visarga Karma Sanjita. Arjuna, the indestructible transcendental living entity, that is soul, is called Brahma, and its nature uh, is called Brahma, and its transcendental nature is called soul, self. The action pertaining to development of material bodies of the living entities is called karma or pretty activities. Adibhutam Sharabhava Purushascha Adya Devatam Adiyagaham Evatra Dehe Deha Vritambara. The physical nature which is constantly changing is the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all demigods, is called Adi Daiva. And the Lord of sacrifice is myself, because I am inside everyone's heart as super soul. So Krishna is answering most of the questions. And now he comes to the most important question, that is remembering Krishna at the time of death. Whatever one remembers at the time of death, one attains that destination. So one should practice remembering Krishna throughout the life while living the body. He attains easily that state after death. Like Parikshit Maharaj knew that he is going to leave the body, he is going to die. So immediately he prepared for his next life. 7 days, 7 nights, he just was hearing and studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. And at the time of the death, he was perfectly in Krishna consciousness and attained Krishna consciousness. That is art of dying. Antakale cha mam eva smaran uktva kalevaram ya prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samsaya. Whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Life is preparation and death is examination. So we should understand, like a student who is very attentive and studious, right from the beginning, the word go in his classes, in his in his studies. When the exam comes, for him it's a cakewalk. So he easily. So similarly, for devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness very seriously, from now till the time of death, we can attain Krishna consciousness at the time of death and attain Krishna. Like Ajamil was serious after he saw the Vishnu Dutas and the Indutas, and he literally practiced. He got a second chance, and he practiced for 15 years continuously, and he attained. The rule is, the principle is, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam taji ante kalivaram tam tam evaiti kontaya sada tad bhava bhavita tashmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmaran yuddhascha mai arpitya manobuddhir mam eva samsaya. Therefore, Arjuna, Think of me at all time, all place, and all circumstances. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmaram, remembering me, Yudhascha, my Arpita Manobuddhir, by applying your mind and intelligence to me, and you will definitely come to me. So, at all time, all place, and all circumstances, one should remember Krishna. Mam Anusmaram Yudhascha, my Arpita Manobuddhir, with our mind and intelligence. For a Paramhansa, he can apply the mind. For those who are not Paramhansa, they should be intelligent enough to understand that practicing Krishna consciousness is better than practicing or living a life in the hands of Maya. So in this way, one should always, all the time, all the place, Tashmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmaramidascha. Remember Krishna. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. So one who practices constantly meditating on me, Arjuna, as a supreme Ishvara, reach me. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasana Anyagamina Parama Purusham Devyam Yati Partanu Chintayam. So remembering Krishna and all the time, all the place, practicing remembering Krishna is very, very important. So remembering Krishna by Yog Mishra Bhakti is mentioned in phase 3, that is slok 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Different ways of remembering Krishna. So Kavim Puranam Anushashitaram Anyamsham Anusmaredyah Sarvasya Dataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varna Tamasa Parasta. One should meditate upon the Supreme as one who knows everything, as one who is the oldest, one who is the supreme controller, one is smaller than the smallest, one who is the maintainer of everything, one who is beyond material conception, one who is inconceivable, and who is a person. He is illuminous as sun and is beyond the nature. In this way, one can others meditate on Krishna, knowing that Krishna is the oldest. Though he looks very young, he was there before we were there, and from him everything comes. So he is the supreme proprietor and the supreme controller. Not a single piece of grass or a grain or a stone pebble can move without his permission. He is smaller than the smallest as Paramatma, Shirodaksha Vishnu, inside the atom, inside the neutron. And he is the maintainer of everything because he knows everything, he maintains everything. He is beyond material conception. We cannot perceive Krishna with our material mind, intelligent thoughts of our material senses like eyes, nose, ears, taste, and skin. Thus, he is inconceivable, beyond our imagination, and he is a person. He is a person, Satchidananda Vigraswarup. But his body is spiritual, eternal, and full of bliss. He is luminous like sun, and it is the light coming out of his body is which called as Nirakar Nirvishesh Brahma, the Brahma Jyoti. So he is beyond the material nature. So many remember him, try to remember him in this way. The process and results of Sat Chakra Yoga, such Mishra Bhakti Yoga. So at the time of death for them, how it is. Prayan kale manasa chalena bhaktya ukto yoga balena chaiva brubur madhye pranam avashya samyak Satam param purusham upayati divyam. One who at the time of the death fixes his life hair between the eyebrows and remembers the Supreme Lord in full devotion will certainly attain the spiritual kingdom. Since one's mind at the time of death is very disturbed, one should practice yoga throughout one's life. If one practices yoga throughout life at the same time remembering Krishna with devotion, that yoga is called Yoga Mishra. What kind of yoga is that, Krishna? Just bringing the life hair between the two eyebrows? Is there no other practice, Krishna? Is there no mantra? Tell me more about it. Yad aksharam veda vedo vadanti visanti yadyatayo vitaraga yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatte padam samgrahena pravakshi. The greatly renowned sages who are learned in Vedas chant Omkara as their mantra. Arjuna thus they enter into Brahma. They go to the Nirvishesha, the Brahma Jyoti, the light, effulgent which is coming out of the body of Krishna. Desiring such perfection, one practices celibacy, brahmacharya. I will now briefly describe this process. One must pull the back One must pull back all the senses from the sense object and fix the mind on the heart and the life air at the top of the head. And in this way, one should bring the life air to the Brahmarandra. Sarvadharani samyamya manohirdi nirudhya cha murdhani adhyatmana paranam astito yoga dharanam. So in this way, bringing the life air to the Brahmarandra, one should think of Krishna, the personal feature of Krishna, beginning from the feet to the head. So in this way, one should try to see Krishna as, and one should chant the sacred syllable Om. Omiti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaram ya prayati tyajandeham sayati paramangatim. One should chant the sacred syllable Om, thus quieting the body, one will certainly reach the spiritual planets. Wow. So this is for Yoga Mishra Bhakti. And in this way, Krishna, the devotees, devotees will remember Krishna at the time of death, and the Yoga Mishra Bhakti will also attain Krishna at the time of the death. So remembering Krishna by pure bhakti again will be explained in slok 14, 15 and 16. Such devotees, there is no rebirth, and because he goes to the spiritual realm. So the pure devotees, Ananya Cheta Satatam Yomam Smarti Nityasa Tasyaham Sulabha Partha Nitya Yuktasa Yoginam. But for one who is a pure devotee, who lovingly remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, Partha Arjuna, because of his constant engagement in pure devotional service. When a person is not able to tolerate my separation, like Radharani, the gopis, I, like a father, takes care of his son, remove all the obstacles from his path. I bring him to me. So in this way, Krishna reciprocates. Oh Krishna, exactly what happens to such soul who obtain love for you? Do they take birth again, Krishna? Wow. मामुपेत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयम शाश्वतं न ब्रुवन्ति महात्मानां संसिद्धिं परमां गतः. Yes, Arjuna, but not an ordinary one. They are happily, they very happily take birth, just like I took birth in the house of Vasudev. They are born happily without any problem, just as my eternal associates do. In another Brahmanda, they join me in my pastime. In another Brahmanda, they born as a Gop or a Gopi and they take part in a pastime. They take one more birth and participate in my manifest pastimes in that Brahmanda. These great souls are highest and achieve ultimate perfection at after taking part in my manifest pastime and attain my own planet that is superior to any planet in this material world, Arjuna. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravritino Arjuna Mamupedyatu Konteya Punarjanma na Vidyate. From the highest planet to the lowest, all the places of miseries where repeated birth and death takes place. But one who attains the supreme abode of mind never takes birth again. Right from Brahma's lok to other to heaven or any place in this material world, one has it's a place of misery and repeated birth, death. Abrana Bhuvana Loka Punaravritana Arjuna. So those devotees, pure devotees, they attain my planet and they never ever come back. There is no rebirth for me, for them. That is the benefit of taking up Krishna consciousness seriously, Arjuna. Understand that taking birth in the material world is very, very painful. Material world, what it is, we will see in phase 5, slok number 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, the 6 sloks, material world versus spiritual world. So, for better understanding and easy assimilation of the phase 5, material world versus spiritual world, we will have in two sub phases. In sub phase 1, slok 17 and 18, Krishna will describe, and 19 about the material world. And in subphase 2, Krishna will describe about the spiritual about Krishna's about 20, 21, and 22. Thus, we will get a better understanding of the subject matter. Slok 17, 18, and 19 about material world. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharya Brahmano Vido Ratrim Yoga Sahasrantam Te Ahoratra Vido Jana. Try to understand, Arjuna, that of all the material planets, all the material planets are influenced by time. Therefore, there is birth and death. The time sequence of one day in Brahmaloka is equal to 1000 Mahayuga, and one yuga consists of one Kali Yuga, one Dwapar Yuga, one Treta Yuga, and one Satyuga. And one Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years, and Dwapar Yuga is 2 times Kali Yuga, and Treta Yuga is 3 times Kali Yuga, and Satyuga is 4 times Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Satyuga together is 10 times 4,32,000 years. That is 43 lakhs and 43 lakhs 20,000 years. 43 for 432 lakhs years. So that is one Mahayuga. So that is 12 hours of Brahma. And same is duration is Brahma's night. So that is what is Brahma's lifetime. 12 hours, that is one day. And that into 30 is 1 month. And that into 12 is 1 year. And that into 100, wow, is Brahma's lifetime. Avyaktad vyaktaha sarva prabhavanti ahar agame ratri agame pralayanti tatra eva sannake. At the beginning of the Brahma's day, living entity is manifest from the unmanifest state, and when the night comes, again they get merged into the unmanifest. So when the night comes, all the planets up till heaven is submerged. And when the day comes, again they take birth in the lower planet of Bhuvar and others. Bhutagram sa evavyam bhuta bhutva pralayati ratri agame avasapata prabhavati ahar agame. Again and again Brahma's day comes. All the living entities come into being, and arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. So this happens in the material world. They are in the curve of time. But the spiritual world is going to be explained in Slok 20, 21 and 22. One who attains Krishna's abode, the eternal, indestructible spiritual by Ananya Bhakti, never returns to the material world. There is no influence of material time. Parastasmat bhavanya vyakta vyakta sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nyasatsu na vinashyati. Yet there is another unmanifest nature which is eternal and is transcendental to matter. It is superior and never annihilated. Wow. It's never annihilated. Avyakto sharo iti ukta tam ahu paramam gatin yam prapya nani vartante tadhama paramam mama. That transcendental realm is the supreme destination. Parastasmatu bhavanya vyakta vyakta sanatana. So that is yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nyasastu na vinashyati. And once who attains, so that is what is further explained. That is transcendental realm is the highest. Purushaha parha partha bhaktya labhyata ananyaya yasya antastani bhutani yana sarvam idam tattam. Once one attain it, he will never return. That is my supreme abode, Arjuna. This can only be attained by pure devotional service, no other way. Bhaktya labhastu ananya. It can be only obtained by bhakti, not by jnana, not by karma, not by vikarma. It can be only be attained by akarma. Bhaktya labhyastu ananya, not jnanya labhyastu ananya, karmya labhyastu ananya. It is bhakti. Yes, Krishna, yes. But what happened to karmis and jnanis? You only speaking about bhaktis, bhaktas. What about others who are also transcendentalists? Yes, for them, they have to be very careful when they have to leave the body. They have to select the daytime to leave the body. They have to select the Shukla Paksh, that is the phase when moon is increasing from no moon to full moon. And they have to be careful to leave the body from January 15th to June 15th. When the sun is going towards south. Yeah. So in this way, Uttarayan, it's called Uttarayan. When the sun is going from south to north, so they should remember to leave the body between January 14th to January 15th to June 14th, and they should remember to leave the body when the moon is increasing, that is no moon tooth, and they should remember to leave the body. So they have to careful about the time when they have to leave the body, and that is not important for my devotees, that is devotees of Krishna. Phase 6, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Supremacy of pure bhakti in attaining Krishna. So understand this subject matter, phase 6, we will have it in two sub phases. Slok 23, 24, 25, 26. We talk about yogi and jnani, karma yogi and jnani. Who leaves the body at the path of light attains liberation, and karmi who lives at the path of darkness will come to this material world. And 27 and 28, we talk about a bhakti yogi. He attains Krishna's abode anytime, any place, any circumstances. He leaves the body because at all time, all place, and all circumstances, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mamanusmudasya, he will attain Krishna and he will not come back. Wow. So let us proceed. Yogi and Jnani, when he leaves the body, Yatra Kale Ta Anavritam Avritam Chaiva Yogina Paryatayanti Tam Kalam Vakshyami Bharatarisham. Here Arjuna, I shall now explain the different times at which passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. Pay attention to it, Arjuna. Agni Jyotira Suklaha Sanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vedo Jana. Only those who know the Supreme Brahma attain the Supreme by passing from the world during the influence of the fire god in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels to the north. So he should be careful. He has to live in Uttarayan. Sun is moving, that is January 15 to June 14. And in that time, he should remember to leave the body when the Sukla Paksh, that is the moon, is in his increasing phase. Yeah, fortnight of waxing moon. And also he should remember to leave the body in the daytime. So 3 things he should remember: movement of the day, and waxing moon, and moon traveling, sun traveling towards moon. Wow. Sun, moon, and yeah. And if it does not do that, what will happen? Dhumaratri Krishna Sanmasa Dakshinyanam Tatra Chandrama Samjyotir Yoga Prapya Nivartate. That mistake, Karma Yogi or Jnana Yogi passes away from this world in the dark, during the smoke, the night at the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun is passing towards south, reaches moon planet. From there, he has to come back. He goes to Chandraloka and comes back. Wow. Sukla Krishna Gati Te Jagata Swaswati Mate Ekaya Yati Anavritim Anya Ya Vartate Punham. According to Vedic opinions, there are 2 ways of passing this world. One is in the light and one is in the darkness. One who passes, yeah, one who passes, that is Sukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha, that is waning moon and waxing moon. One who passes during the waning moon, he does not come back. And one who passes in waxing moon, that is in the darkness, he returns to this material world. He goes to Chandraloka and comes back to the material world. But for the devotees, because Tashmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mamanusmaram Yudascha, So he at all time, all place and all circumstances remember Krishna. He attends Krishna's abode and never returns back. Wow. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. नायते सत्श्रिति पार्थ जनान् योगी मुह्यते कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्त भव अर्जुना. Although the devotees know both the path, Arjuna, they are never bewildered because always they are remembering Krishna, who is Abhay, fearless. And that's why they are not bothered much about it. Vedeshu yagyashu tapashu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam yat eti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upayeti chadyam. Therefore, one who is fixed in devotional service, one who accepts the path of devotion bhakti, is not bereft of results that is derived from Vedeshu, Vedic studies, Yagyeshu, that is by austerities, tapasu, austerity, and sacrifices, and Daneshu, that is charity, and Punya Phalam Pradesha, and by philosophical, pursuing philosophical or fruitive activities, karma, gyan marg. Simply by performing bhakti, he attains all this, and at the end, he reaches my eternal abode, Krishna Loka, Goloka, and it makes his life successful, and is happy, and is making others happy. So, art of living is explained in chapter 7. By seeing earth, water, fire, air, either, one should remember Krishna. And the art of dying is very nicely explained in chapter 8. How by becoming a devotee, end is well, and all is well when end is well. So in this way, Bhakti Yoga is the best. So practice Bhakti and make your life successful. Arjuna, so don't run away from the battlefield. Take up this process. Teach people with your wonderful example, Yadyad Acharti Shreshtas. Get up early, do Mangalarti, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulated principles, work the whole day, do Sandhya Arti, go to sleep early. People are impressed by you. They look upon to you. You are a brand ambassador. You are a great personality and you are influencing so many people. Whatever you do, people in general will do. And by following you, they will attain pure devotional service and go back and back rewarded. And even if they don't attain, like in the 6th chapter, they will get another chance. And in that another chance, they will be serious, very sincere, like Ajamil got a second chance. And they practice Bhakti Yoga and attain the supreme abode, that is Krishna Lok. Thus, be happy and make others happy. All is well when end is well. That is Bhakti Yoga. Be the brand ambassador of Bhakti Yoga. Take up this process and influence people, not force people to take sannyas. Influence people to do bhakti and be happy and make others happy. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for being with me and hearing. And so now to let us proceed to the next session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So great to be with you all. So please practice Krishna consciousness, make your life successful, and be happy and make others happy. And please Prabhupada, and thus attain success of life. Hare Krishna.